Every day across social media, I see the same question blasted multiple times. Is gaming dying in 2025? And the answer to that is it is not at all. I'm not even going to try and get you guys with the rage bait today. I want to have a serious conversation, though, about why so many gamers genuinely believe that gaming is dying in the year 2025 and how we can break out of that mold and continue to enjoy gaming at its peak right now and in the future. Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is D3, and today we are asking ourselves, is gaming dying in 2025? You would genuinely be shocked considering the amount of trailers, betas, demos, playtests, alphas, gameplay news that we've had all over Twitter over the last couple of weeks, releases, but people still believe truly that gaming is dying in 2025, and I do not agree with them in the slightest, but I understand where some people are coming from, and I think there are three main reasons as to why people have this idea in their head. Decision paralysis, seasonal gaming, and content creators, ironically enough, I think are the three main pillars as to why people may believe that gaming is dying in 2025. Let's break those down individually. How many times has this happened to you where you're scrolling mindlessly through your Steam library, Xbox Game Pass, or the PlayStation Store, looking at the tons and loads and plethora of games that are collecting virtual dust, but yet you have no desire to want to play any of them? The amount of decisions you can make are endless. You're like a kid in a candy store when Charlie walked in before getting the golden ticket, yet the idea of clicking install and then play on a brand new game feels like a monkey on your back, a shadow trying to chase you down in the night, and you just can't bring yourself to do it. This phenomenon is often recalled as decision paralysis or analysis paralysis. Analysis paralysis describes an individual or group process where overanalyzing or overthinking a situation can cause forward motion or decision making to become paralyzed, meaning that no solution or course of action is decided upon within a natural time frame. I know from personal experiences this has happened to me and my friends plenty, where we'll pick up games during the Steam summer sale or something new will hit Xbox Game Pass and we will just not be able to actually start playing it because the idea of starting a new game can be genuinely terrifying. But it didn't always seem to be this way. For a lot of gamers, the quote-unquote prime of their gaming career happened when they were an adolescent, that time between elementary and high school, where they were constantly playing games and having fun with the hobby, but now that they're an adult, they seem to not be able to enjoy it as much. But why really is that? One of the big reasons, I think, is because of limited funds back when you were a child. When you were a kid, you were lucky to get games twice a year, at Christmas and your birthday, and even if you did not get those, there were still free games to play. The games that you did actually earn with your own money by doing yard work or whatever have you, or the games that you got as gifts from family members, you cherished and played them all the time. Growing up specifically for me, I remember playing Call of Duty Black Ops 2 when it came out, but I also remember still going back and playing games like Call of Duty Modern Warfare, World at War, and MW2, and the original Black Ops, even well during the middle of COD Black Ops 2 cycle. The reason for that is because my friends didn't have all the newest and greatest games, but those servers that were still up for the older Call of Duties were still heavily populated, so it wasn't really difficult for us to find games back then. Similarly, enough games like Halo 3 maintained player bases well after its release in 2007. Even during Halo Reach's launch in 2011, there were still plenty of people playing Halo 3 at the time, and only until the absolute end of the server lifecycle did people finally get off of Halo 3. But what changed there? I do think the main culprit is just people having way more options now. Now that we're all adults, well, at least the people that are my age, 28, and even in that time frame, are adults, we have access to more money, which means we have access to more games, but trying to find a game to play in the limited time frame that we do have to enjoy the hobby can be completely daunting, and more often than not can lead people to just want to turn their consoles off rather than actually try and play a new game. Seasonal gaming goes right hand in hand with decision paralysis, especially when it comes to the boom of live service games. Things like Destiny 2, Fortnite, and Call of Duty completely rely on their player base to only want to sink time into them because of FOMO. But before, this only seemed to happen in MMORPGs. Games like Guild Wars 2 and World of Warcraft and old school RuneScape seemed to only be the games that had this live service piece on them. However, with a big boom in the middle of the 2010s, more on the back half into 2020 and beyond, live service games have become kind of the norm now. Rather than a full release package being released on your doorstep, you now get a game that's going to receive constant updates with new cosmetics, items, abilities, gameplay loops, missions, DLCs, and for a lot of people, that will instill FOMO, or the fear of missing out. Live service games prey on players' ability to not be able to walk away from them. When it comes to a single-player game like Red Dead Redemption 2, for example, Red Dead Redemption 2 is going to exist in a single spot in time. No matter how much time has passed since 2018 or from now when this video is made, the story of Arthur Morgan and the Van der Linde gang will be compiled and encapsulated in Red Dead Redemption 2. However, if you were to play Destiny 2 last week during the Solstice event, and now this week when the Solstice event is ended, you will have missed out on opportunities to get upgraded gear, items, and weapons, and armor, and that for people is enough to only have them play live service games. Live service games have become very much a norm in gaming culture now, and while not all of them are predatory, I'm looking at Fortnite specifically because I love Fortnite because it follows the good model. A lot of them release slow drip content, a unique term coined by the gaming community as a game that's constantly releasing updates at a very, very slow pace, making you feel like you've got everything out of a game until the absolute last minute when new content drops. However, even though you've sunk thousands of hours into a game, you're still unable to play anything else for fear that you're missing out on something changing, even when things really aren't. How many times have you talked to people who have played video games like Call of Duty and 2K who primarily say that gaming is dead, yet they don't play anything else other than live service games that don't really care about their time played, and they don't get anything new for putting in extra hours? They just get the same spoon-fed content over and over and over again. It happens all the time, and I think that's honestly the biggest key factor as to why gaming is dying, or at least is perceived as such. Ironically enough, my last point is content creation, and while I understand that I am a very small content creator in this very big C, I do see why people get upset at content creators for quote-unquote ruining gaming. Just this past week, we had an update come out from EA saying that in Battlefield 6's full launch in October, we will see a reduced amount of movement going into the game, citing that people were able to bunny hop way more than they should have. And we saw some streamers, not all, but some, make arguments and comments saying that this was completely unheard of and unfair because they wanted to have a sweaty experience. Gaming didn't always used to be this way. Before the big Fortnite boom of 2017, people saw video gaming as what it's supposed to be, a creative outlet for people to enjoy hobbies with their friends, occasionally being competitive in pro esports leagues and maybe even in ranked play, but overall supposed to be fun and enjoying of a hobby. However, thanks to Richard Tyler Ninja Blevins, I'm going full name here, I know this is not shade at Ninja, he did not break gaming, do not put that in my comment section. He did make streaming heavily popular. Before it was Twitch, it was known as Justin TV. But on August 25th, 2014, the entire landscape of video gaming content creation changed forever. Amazon buys Justin TV, rebranding it as Twitch, a brand new live streaming service site, and instantly people are moved to it. But are people streaming games as often? Not necessarily, at least not yet. During Fortnite's massive boom of 2017 and 2018, a streamer by the name of Ninja decided to make content surrounding the game. Now, Ninja at the time was already a professional Halo player. He had grown big in games like PUBG and H1Z1, but Fortnite is where Ninja really got his praise. Ninja made streaming Fortnite look entertaining as all get out, and showed people that playing a game at a high level could result in massive amounts of money being funneled to your bank account, and all you had to do was stream the game. This completely changed the tone shift in how gaming content creation was perceived. Prior to this, you would see content creation for video games like Battlefield Friends, Minecraft Let's Plays, MLG phase montages for Call of Duty. But now anybody could pick up a controller or a keyboard and show you pub stomping in games of Fortnite, a battle royale that had taken the world by storm, having you pitted against 99 other players, hoping to be the last one standing and get that beautiful #1 victory royale on your screen that you'd put on your Snapchat story. I know you did because I did too. And if you were good enough, you could make money by doing it by funneling Twitch viewers and blowing up. Hell, I became a content creator because I wanted to stream Fortnite, and while I was solid at it and still am, dropping multiple 30+ bomb games in Reloaded Ranked, Talk to Me Nice, no build only because I'm old, I recognize that I'm just not the target demographic to be a popular Fortnite streamer, but at the time, everybody wanted to do that. And if there's one thing people like in this world, it is their money, and they will do anything they can to make it. Nowadays, people stream all sorts of games, especially hyper-competitive shooters. And because of this, the shooter space specifically has become a barren wasteland of people trying to get the sweatiest gameplay possible to show you that they are better than everybody else in hopes to make it big on the internet to make money while playing them. There's a big difference there between people who are streaming games to try and be good to make money and people who make content for the love of the game. Again, I'm not trying to glaze myself here, but if I'm being honest with you guys, I love making videos. I love streaming on my Twitch channel, and I do it because I love to be entertaining, not because I'm trying to be the best in the lobby. I have no desire for that anymore. I'm older now. I just want to make you guys laugh and have a good time. But for some people, they only see a means of making money on Twitch as to being the best player in the lobby, which hinders a lot of people making games fun now. We saw it again with the Battlefield 6 beta. We saw it with Call of Duty for the last 5 years since the release of Modern Warfare 2019. And I don't think that this is going anywhere in a positive direction until streamers realize that there's other ways of making content without being super turbo hyper sweaty. Until that happens, we're kind of at a standstill. My closing arguments are this. I do not think for a second that gaming is dying in the year 2025 or in the years to come. I actually think that gaming right now is at the best it's ever been and will only continue to go up from here. However, if you feel genuinely like you are struggling to find games, I do have an option for you, and it is going to be difficult, but it is something you need to hear. Take a break. Gaming is supposed to be a hobby that is supposed to be fun for you. But if you're logging on every night having a difficult time deciding on what game to play, thinking that you're locked into just playing one game and sinking all of your hours into it instead of picking a game up, playing it for a bit, putting it down, and going to a new game like gaming is supposed to be, or if you find yourself only relating to big content creators and mimicking their opinions and morals, then maybe it's time to take a step back, put the controller down. There's nothing wrong with taking a break from any kind of hobby, gaming especially. Maybe walking away from a little bit is what you need to do. And if you walk away from gaming for any amount of time and you find yourself missing it and wanting to get back into it, but you just need a little bit of a reset, that's perfectly normal. Maybe pick up a different hobby. Maybe pick up reading or crafting or running or getting more into exercise, or maybe you're doing something with lightsabers. I don't know. I like lightsabers. Do you guys like my lightsaber? It's the Youngling Killer. The point is, gaming is supposed to be a fun hobby for everybody to enjoy. Games come in all walks and shapes and sizes. Maybe playing FPS games is something you need to get away from. Try enjoying a single player game, maybe something small like Stardew Valley. Maybe you need to play a game like Terraria to build things and slay monsters. Maybe you just need to play some Overcooked with your fiance and get super pissed at each other. I don't know, but I will tell you this. There's a game out there for everybody, and while you're struggling or not, everybody can enjoy gaming. Taking a break, it's all part of the plan. Thank you guys for watching today's video. If you liked the video, make sure you guys leave a like, comment down below if you're excited about gaming in the future, if you think gaming is dying, and what you're going to do to get that passion back. And make sure you guys hit the subscribe button and ding the notification bell so you never miss a Wednesday upload. In addition to that, you can get connected with me on all my social medias, Twitter, Instagram, and Discord, and my Twitch channel, all linked in the description down below. I appreciate you guys so much. I will see you guys next week, but in the meantime, I'm D3. Peace.